This is the most strange experience I've had in the past 3 years. 3 years ago, one late night, I walked into a small alley that I had never paid attention to. There was a bar in the alley that I had never seen before. There was a strange music in it. It was not like modern pop music. It was like a kind of old hypnotic melody. With curiosity, I walked in. There was no noisy bar in it. It was full of a kind of weirdness that could not be said. It was also full of people. The interesting thing is that they are all beautiful women from all over the world. There is also a handsome and charming bartender. After I sat down, I looked at a lady inadvertently. She came straight to me. I tried to avoid her eyes, because in front of beautiful women, I always get nervous and my heart beats faster. She slowly walked up to me. Her face was almost on my face. I was stunned by her perfect beauty and forgot to breathe. She breathed a charming breath. In addition to the smell of alcohol, there was also a scent of melancholy. That scent was like perfume from another world. It made me fall in love with you. In the blink of an eye, she invited me to her house. I couldn't believe my ears. When I got to her house, she whispered her love to me. I fell in love with her very quickly. I was immersed in extreme happiness and fell asleep gradually. But the next morning when I woke up, I was shocked. I was lying in an abandoned house, and the romantic woman was gone. There was a dark red thing on the bed. It was like an old blood. I was scared out of my wits. Looking around, the house was empty. It was covered with spider webs and dust. The mouse wandered in the suffocating silence. Through the broken window, I could hear the insects and the wind. I was so scared that my soul was scattered. I ran out quickly. When I ran out, I saw that the abandoned house was in a dense forest. How could I spend the night here? Who was the woman last night? At the same time, I found my car parked in front of the house, so I drove home immediately. The driving record showed that I drove here alone. I kept talking to myself along the way. No one answered me. Then who did I spend the night with? What was worse? My body began to change. My whole body was red. My eyes turned red, my skin turned purple, and my weight was decreasing day by day. I often felt weak and couldn't even get out of bed. I tried hard to go to work, but I could only sit on the chair half asleep. The boss couldn't stand it and kept scolding me. How could you have a job? I was lost. I couldn't do anything when I got home. I just wanted to lie in bed and reminisce about the little things with that woman. As time went by, my longing for her became stronger and stronger. Finally, one day, I couldn't stand it anymore. I drove to the abandoned house at 2 o'clock in the morning. When I arrived, I found two other beautiful women. They looked at me with great fascination and tried to get close to me. They whispered in my ear that they loved me dozens of times. After that, I fell asleep and was so happy. However, the next morning, a strange man was sleeping next to me. He woke up, and he was as angry and fierce as I was. He yelled at me angrily. Who are you? How could I sleep in this damn place last night? I was with a hot girl. I kicked her out of bed and scolded her loudly. She faintly fell to the ground just like I did before. I was confused, but soon I had a strong desire to cupid. I thought I couldn't let others come here. This is my territory. From that day on, I stayed here every night. The strange thing is that those women only appeared until midnight, and I had no idea where they came from. They made me spend a night so sweetly that I disappeared without a trace. When the sun rose, I only had memories in my head, but every morning, there were different men sleeping next to me. One day, there were two men in the morning. One of them had appeared before. I was so angry that I yelled at him angrily. When I was about to hit him, he suddenly covered his chest and his head was white. There was a painful expression on his face. The man next to him and I were stunned. After a while, he was silent and died. My brain was blank. Another man ran away screaming. He ran and shouted that he would die here sooner or later. After a moment of calmness, I called the police. After all, the dead were coming soon. When the body was carried away, he said to me, "Don't you know what place this is? I don't know how many young people we will close this place soon. Hurry up and leave. Don't wander around here anymore." Although I was afraid, the gentle sweetness was so deep that I couldn't get rid of it. Not only did I not leave, but I also locked all the doors of this house. This place can only be mine. No one is allowed to come in. I still spend the night here every day. I woke up alone in the morning. In this empty, dirty place. I fought with shame and fear, sometimes regretted very much, but I think I have no choice. The rest of the time, I can only repeat such a life. I try to change, but I can't. I think about those women all day. Sometimes, others will knock on the door. I don't hesitate to pick up a weapon and threaten them to leave. They are like crazy, shouting at the same time. He said he only loved me, and cried at me without fear. Every time I can do my best to drive them away. Although I was hurt all over, I was full of tears of joy. I guarded my territory. As the days went by, my body became thin, like a skeleton. I don't know why. Booty can't walk anymore. I can only lie in bed. I lay in bed from morning to night. I didn't go to work for a long time in the middle of the night. Unexpectedly, I became poor. I lived in such a dirty environment and got all kinds of diseases due to poor environmental hygiene. My eyes, nose and mouth began to be out of control and strange liquids flowed out. My vision became blurred. Finally, I was sent to the hospital. The doctor said that if I didn't receive a treatment, I would have to go back to heaven soon. Despite this, I still couldn't help but want to go back to that abandoned house. As a result, I was stopped by my mother. Even if I was shackled all over, I couldn't help but think about those women who once fascinated me. I thought I was heartbroken. The doctor could only give me a sedative to calm me down temporarily. After a few months of forced treatment, I slowly began to get better. Everything finally returned to normal. It is not difficult to see that those women there didn't really love him. They just wanted to kill me. I was very curious. After that, I couldn't remember their faces at all. No phone calls or any other information. After I recovered, I never went to that place again. But I know that until today, there are still many men who will run to that abandoned house like demons. Those who are waiting for them will only kill themselves. I can't stop them. Because once I step into that house again, I really have no way back. So I am warning everyone here, if you have a chance to meet these women, don't be confused by them. They are not real. They are just illusions. Illusions that exist in your imagination.